Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the YesSHECan project. I'm delighted today to be joined by the gorgeous Joanna. Hello Joanna.
Hello, hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yes, I'm very good indeed, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on. If there's excuse me, I'll start again. For anyone who doesn't know, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yes, of course. I'm Joanna and I'm the CEO of Goodess Aesthetics. I'm an advanced aesthetic practitioner and I specialise in non-surgical body contouring, as well as all the injectables for Botox and face fillers and everything else. I'm also a whiz at the Lipofirm Pro body contouring machine. So that's what I do in clinic. I redesign people's bodies, men and women.
Oh, brilliant. But from doing a lot of research, Jo, into Goddess aesthetics, obviously in my preparation for today's interview, it's not just about the treatments, it's actually about the way that you're making women feel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 50 now. And, you know, as a woman, you go through all kinds of things. I mean, especially now, hormone levels are imbalanced and everything else, perimenopausal, menopause, all of that kind of stuff. We thicken up as women. We don't have an easy ride. You know, when we're younger, we're made to feel like we have to be picture perfect. And then obviously you go through various stages of your life. Things happen, body shape changes, you have children, all kinds of things. You gain weight, you lose weight. Now, obviously, this is menopause. And you thicken up, especially as women. Well, men do too, but for women in particular, you kind of lose your identity a little bit.
Absolutely.
You sort of hit 40 and stuff and you think, things are starting to go south. Collagen is getting lost in the face. You're thickening up, you're gaining weight, all kinds of different things can play havoc with your body. Medication that you might need to take, all that kind of stuff. So yes, I think women, when we get to a certain age, we obviously still want to feel body beautiful. We still want to look good and feel good. And that's kind of the essence behind my company name, you know, because every woman is a goddess, every man is a god at the end of the day. But, you know, to make you feel like a goddess is part and parcel of everyday life. You know, we still need to be made to feel that we look good and feel good.
Yeah, definitely. And like you say, as we go through our lives and things change, it's very, very difficult to, I don't know if you feel the same, but for me, having to be on social media a lot for my business and for the podcast, it's really difficult, isn't it? Because you just compare yourself to other people whilst your body is going through all these changes that you're not seeing so much on your screens.
No, this is very true. I mean, again, especially with technology, everything's changed. I was a glamour model many years ago and we didn't have airbrushing. We didn't have filters. We didn't have any of that stuff. What you saw in the pictures is exactly what you got. So to that degree, we kind of had to look after ourselves a little bit more, but we couldn't filter a picture. You have influencers now online that portray this almost superhuman kind of look that nobody looks like that. You know, everything's filtered, everything's airbrushed, everything's nipped and tucked and sucked and pulled and all the rest of it. We're not made that way.
No,
you know,
and it's so unattainable, isn't it? Especially really younger girls.
Yeah, it really is. And I feel very sorry for the younger generation coming through because that's all they're really growing up with. And this image and media portrayal is just it's not normal. It really isn't. So, you know, when young girls aspire to be like this, they aspire to be, you know, stick thin. They aspire to be body beautiful, you know, perfect noses, perfect cheeks, perfect chins. We're not perfect. None of us are perfect. And you will never, if you strive for that perfection, you'll never find it. You'll be the unhappiest person going.
Definitely. You touched upon a particular treatment called Lipofirm. I know Julia and Julia Champion, and she has gone mad about this treatment since having it from you. Can you explain a little bit about more about how it works, really?
Yes, of course. I mean, there's an awful lot of science behind it. It's the only white papered medical grade machine that does really what liposuction would do without the anesthesia, the downtime or the recovery. You could have the treatment done in your lunch hour and go straight back to work and not feel the effects of anything. Might feel a little bit kind of, feel like I've done a bit of a sit up or something, but nothing out of the ordinary. So there's no downtime for this. And Julia, love Julia to pieces. She's had an amazing weight loss, well, fat loss journey. Actually, weight loss is something completely different, but she's had an amazing fat loss journey with me, to the point she's lost over 10 inches of fat in total. So, and she is, yes, she loves the machine, and we're still
raving about it, isn't she? Bless her.
She is. She absolutely is, because it works, you know, and it works instantaneously. So you do have results immediately.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to work with the program. The company that make the machines recommend a course of 8, but you can have results with a course of 4, and you also have results after your very first treatment. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's a good machine. It can literally help tone, tighten, reduce cellulite, get rid of fat, and just make you feel, well, you can lose a dress size, you can lose a shirt size, you can lose a waist size for men's, you know, men's trousers and stuff. So
yeah,
it does do what it says on the tin.
Wow. I actually went to an event a couple of weeks ago. It was called Beauty Uncovered Live, and I've always been like super scared of any like beauty treatments or anything, just because I'm needle phobic. But going to something like that and seeing the amount of science and research and subtle results that a lot of people can get without having to have these like crazy operations.
Yeah, I mean, with the Lipofirm Pro, it focuses on the tripolar technology, which in layman's terms basically means it's a combination of 3 things in one. So you have the radio frequency, which I call the fat liquefier, because it's heat. Right. The heat will also aid skin tightening. So not only will that obviously loosen the fat, so where it's kind of hard, it will liquefy it. Then the tripolar technology, I call that the fat shatterer. So you'll have a little
shatterer, I like that.
Well, tripolar is the fat shattering, because obviously the fat's been liquefied. It's then got to be broken down a little bit more. So the tripolar technology deals with that. And then the DMA, the dynamic muscle activation, takes all of that liquefied, shattered fat out through your lymphatic system. So again, not being coarse, you'll either pee, poo, or sweat it out. But that's a natural thing. Your lymphatic system goes into overdrive slightly, and you know, expels all the fat. So that's really how it works.
Fat shattering and everything. Yeah. Would you say, Jo, that say if someone's had a treatment, because it's just like sparked an idea in my head, say if someone's had a treatment, and obviously us as women, we're going through so many changes. Like me, for example, I'm in the early menopause because I had a hysterectomy about 7 years ago. So my body is kind of older than it should be. So when you have treatments like that, does the science behind it kind of flip the hormones in a sense that it's sustainable to you, or is it something that you need to continue with, and do you need to do any lifestyle changes along with that? Or
well, ideally it is a lifestyle change. It's like anything. It's like going on a diet, you know. You have to maintain it, and I say to all my ladies that come in, look, I can get you results if you work with me. There are a few little key things that I'll ask the ladies to do. One is obviously increase water intake, and 2, again, in conjunction with the machine, as simple as this is, I get, you know, men included, I'll make them lie on the floor with their bottom to the skirting board and elevate the legs up the air, up the wall rather, because, you know, that aids lymphatic flush as well, and it reoxygenates blood to the heart. It can control your digestion and everything else. So just little simple things can
make a
really
huge difference.
Make a massive difference. And again, I think it's like anything. Again, if you're on a diet, you have to maintain it. If you want to lose weight, then you've got to maintain it. Again, with this machine, yes, you'll start to see the results. You're going to want to keep them. You're not going to want to go out and eat KFC or eat Chinese or Indian every single day, because it's defeating the object. You know, and I'm a firm believer that once you make the decision that you want to have a change, you're going to continue that.
Absolutely. And like you say, if you can see results and not have to go through the horrible, you know, afterwards of having surgery and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I say to my ladies as well, and I've got a varying variety of ladies, from small to large, and all sizes in between. I've got gym bunnies who go to the gym and are super uber fit, but they still have pockets of fat that they can't get rid of. And again, a couple of ladies just of late have come in going, oh, I can't see that making a difference at all. How's that going to work on me? I said, well, you are tiny. I said, but we can still make a difference. And again, one lady, she came in, she didn't think it was going to work. I did the before and after pictures, which I always do, and I did her measurements. And she'd lost over 3 inches, and she's tiny, but it still
Wow.
worked. So, and again, for larger ladies, it works as well. If you want to start to see a change, I can give you a change. I think my largest loss in one go was 12.5 inches of fat gone. And it was incredible because, again, when you actually looked at the lady, she didn't look particularly large at all, but it came off. And again, her whole body started to take shape. She said, how's that possible? I said, that's the science behind the machine. I said, now you've got to maintain it. And it's like anything, you know, you go and have Botox, you've got to maintain it, you know. So this is the kind of same thing. Once you've done a course, then you need to keep it up. You can't, I wouldn't want to do it myself. I wouldn't want to go backwards, to be perfectly honest. I know we all have lazy days. We all have, you know, days where we just think, oh, do you know what? I'm going to have a chocolate bar. Oh my God, I'm going to have a packet
or 5.
Well, yeah, or 6 or whatever, and keep on going. Just eat a whole Quality Street, whatever. We all have days like that. Doesn't matter who you are, you know, but everything in moderation. You know, you can still have your treats. You can still have those naughty things, but just do it in moderation.
But I think
I say to my ladies, if you're going to have a glass of wine or you're going to have a gin and tonic with this, dilute it with 2 glasses of water.
Exactly.
You know, I'm not telling you not to exercise. I'm not telling you not to eat. I'm not telling you not to drink and stop doing the things that you enjoy doing. Just do it in moderation.
Definitely.
That's key.
But I think it goes a step further than that, doesn't it? It's not just about seeing the physical results. I think with things like this, it's about seeing the confidence in people afterwards. How does that feel for you to know that you've helped so many women gain confidence?
That's the part I love, because I am results driven. With this machine, I see an instantaneous result. I can actually see the body changing as I'm doing the treatment.
Wow.
And that's on thighs, buttocks, tummies, arms, anything, any body part. You see it happening before your eyes, and that's what gives me the buzz, because I know I'm helping that person, and the results, like I said before, they are immediate. And I'm results driven. I want to see that woman happy. I want to see that woman go down a dress size, and I'll work like crazy to make sure that happens. That's it. And then some.
Bless you. So obviously we've touched upon that particular treatment. What other services do you offer at Goddess Aesthetics?
I do everything. Well, your archetypical aesthetics. So I do Botox, I do Profilo, I do Gelupro, I do Aqualix fat dissolving injections.
Wow. A woman of many talents.
Well, I got into a situation where I thought, what would I want to do, and what would I want to have done? And again, I had liposuction myself in 2013, and I nearly came home in a box. It nearly killed me.
Oh my God.
So I was always looking at something else that would actually work. And then when I got divorced from my husband in 2019, I could actually go back to work. And I thought, well, what do I really want to do now? And I thought, well, if I could do this and improve women's beauty, health and everything combined, then why not? So I managed to find this machine. I'd narrowed it down to, well, between another company and this one, but this one kind of pipped the post. And I thought, right, went off and did all my aesthetics courses, but I do specialize in the things that I know work. So again, Botox works. It depends on how you administer it. Profilo, I love that treatment. It makes anyone look 10, 15 years younger.
And what's that? I'm not big on stuff like that.
Profilo is like giving your skin a 20-litre drink of water. Do not try that at home, by the way, because you'll flood yourself.
You will drown.
Yeah, you will drown. It's a massive dose of hyaluronic acid. And again, as we get older, we all have hyaluronic acid in our bodies. Some people hold on to it an awful lot longer than others. Some people break it down a lot quicker. But in essence, it just literally hydrates. It's like giving your skin a massive drink. And you just look more refreshed. You look like you've been on holiday for 6 months. It's amazing.
It's quite a buzzword, isn't it? Quite a lot of things are kind of hyaluronic acid.
It took me a while to get my mouth around the word as well. But again, I've got face creams in the clinic that are the world's strongest hyaluronic acid, used in conjunction with microneedling and stuff. The results are phenomenal. Again, companies like L'Oreal and whatever, they don't have the hyaluronic acid percentage base in their creams. So, you know, we all need a refresh. And so I use things in my clinic that I know work. And again, in conjunction with the Lipofirm Pro, I have fat dissolved gels that I can use in conjunction if we're dealing with hard visceral fat. And stubborn fat pockets, then I can blitz them. So I kind of go for things that work hand in hand.
Yeah, that marry together, don't
they marry together to get the best results, really. So yeah, apart from all the aesthetics things, cheeks, chins, jaws, I
cheeks, chins, jaws.
Do all of it. It's fine.
Fat shattering, everything.
Oh, yeah, I'm the fat shatterer. I am the fat shatterer.
I bet it's difficult, Jo, because obviously the beauty industry, aesthetics in particular, is constantly changing all the time. Is it difficult to keep up with the trends, or is because it's something you enjoy? Do you really like kind of going along that journey and finding out more all the time?
No, I do like to find out more, and I like to find things that do work. But I also like to stick to the tried and tested methods too.
Okay.
Especially with products. Sometimes I'll try something new, but I know what works. So I obviously will want to give my clients the best. So that's what I kind of stick to. But yes, in regards to training, then yes, you've always got to stay up to date with that and make sure you're on top of all your complications and everything else to boot, because that's just what a practitioner should do. But yeah, there's always things to learn. Every day is a learning curve. So yeah, just you got to do what you're passionate about.
Yeah, and you can totally tell how passionate you are about this.
It's because I love the results. I know what works. And I just love I love a naysayer. I love a skeptic. I love someone who's going to go, nah, it's not going to work, because I have proved time and time and time again it works.
I bet that's so satisfying as well, like the best feeling.
Yeah, well, I've given away free treatments just to prove it works, because I put my money where my mouth is at the end of the day. I will prove it works. Then you tell me it hasn't, because I'm telling you it has. Yeah,
there's something really smug and cool about that. I love that.
Yes, yeah, it is. It's the knowing, because I don't want to be providing a service that isn't working. You know, there's quite a few clinics out there that, you know, have or say that they can do what I can do, and they don't, and they can't. I've even had people, you know, with varying other treatments that they've had, cryolipolysis for one, you know, with fat freezing and stuff. You're not a candidate every single time for fat freezing. And so many ladies get caught up in going, oh, I'm going to have my fat frozen. Well, think about it. If you freeze something, you're expanding it. So you've got the potential there of making a fat cell bigger, not getting rid of it. Heat it, put a warm knife through butter. What happens? It melts.
Melt it and shatter it.
Exactly. Shatter it, get it gone. It's finding the right thing that works for everybody, and I know this works. So
and you can tell that you not only are passionate about the services that you provide, but you're passionate about the way that you are making people feel. And I think that's really clear.
Yeah, because, you know, women, we are everything to everybody at the end of the day. You know, we're a lover, we're a mother, we're a wife, we're a cook, we're a cleaner, we're a taxi driver, we're a doctor, we're a librarian, we're everything to everybody. Oh my God, yeah. Well, we are. The list of our jobs is endless. You know, when people say, oh, I'm just a housewife. No, you're not just a housewife, because you're taking care of everybody, but who's taking care of you? Exactly. And I had a conversation with a lady the other day. She responded to an advert that I put out. And she said, oh, it's a little bit expensive. You know, I'm worried about the family, and, you know, the kids need things. I said, yeah, that's true. And yes, we all have to do that, and we all have to provide for our families. But what about you? Where's your time? Yeah. And if you want this, then you can find the time. I'm not pushing you into doing it or anything like that. She went, do you know what? I said, no one's told me to go to me like you have. And I said, yes, because you need to go to you. You need to do something for you. You give to everybody else, but where's your time?
And at the end of the day, if we're not looked after and we're the ones that are looking after everybody else,
we're not going to function.
Exactly.
We're not going to function, you know. So sometimes you just have to take that little bit of time out. And, you know, even for half an hour, that makes the world of difference. You can make yourself feel good and look good. And I'm a firm believer for that. And
it filters down, doesn't it? Because
it does.
You know, if you feel crap about yourself, if you've got things about your body that you don't like or things that upset you, then you're going to pass that negativity on to other people that you're looking after anyway. And they're not going to want you to feel like that about yourself, because they're the ones looking up to you to look after them.
Exactly. I had another lady who came into me with exactly that. She'd tried losing weight. She'd tried to diet. She went to the gym all the time. She'd had a previous treatment that really did her some damage. So when she came to me, she wasn't at the end of the road, so to speak, but she just said, you know, I've come to you just to see. if this can work for me. And I said, I'm guaranteeing you it can work. I said, yes, I've got to do a bit of reversal and I've got to undo some damage that's been done. I said, but I can do it. If you work with me, I can do it.
Yeah.
We did it. She was going on holiday. She went out and bought herself the most amazing revealing swimming costume, cut down to her navel. She said, because I can now. My tummy looks great. I'm not telling my kids not to come anywhere near me because mommy's too fat, haven't got a tummy, doing whatever. And I tell you what, just the look on her face when the treatment was finished after the course of 8, she was just elated, and that made me happy because I'd got her those results. So it's little things like that. She felt, more body beautiful, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
And it is about essentially you're transforming people's lives. You're not just helping them transform their physical bodies, you're helping transform their mental.
Yes, it's the mental state as well, because again, we all do it, men included. We think we don't look good, that no one's going to like us. People are going to think we're fat, that we just don't fit in, or we don't fit or tick that box.
Yeah.
Men have the same thing. Women communicate a little bit better than men. And men kind of, they tend to clam up a little bit, but I've even had men in my clinic as well that come in for the treatments and stuff, and they feel so much better because they can do a shirt up that they haven't worn for 5-6 years because they put on a bit of weight. They can get into a pair of jeans that's got a lesser waist size. So men feel it too, and it's nice to see that.
Definitely. What would you say, Jo, other than obviously making people feel amazing, what's been your highlight so far?
I think my highlight was obviously starting Goddess Aesthetics in the middle of a pandemic.
Gosh, brave lady.
Yeah, well, it was either very brave or very stupid, one of the two. But I did it. And again, it's all about reinventing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've gone through certain situations in my life where I've had to literally change overnight who I am and what I do. Don't ever give up the fight. Just keep on going. Just keep doing what you do best, and if things aren't right, change them. You can always change. You can always change.
That's absolutely great advice. What would you say has been your biggest challenge then so far?
The biggest challenge. Oh, that's a really good question. The biggest challenge, keeping everything going and making sure that I'm providing the right service for my clients, because I want it to be the best. So I always stay on top of things. I always kind of reassess how I handle protocols in my clinic and all that kind of stuff. Another challenge, I guess, is obviously juggling 2 clinics now, because I not only have one in Sevenoaks, but I now do a couple of days in Tunbridge Wells as well. So the biggest challenge is kind of navigating all of that and making it all run smoothly. So that has been a challenge, but a rewarding one at that. So I can't complain.
Oh, that's amazing. What's coming next for Goddess Aesthetics? I did see a post on Instagram actually, and I'm dying to know what it is.
I'm looking at the Gods and Goddesses wellness retreat.
Wow.
I've got a few things that I really want to provide in conjunction with treatment. But again, it's a lifestyle change. So not only will it be obviously the machines here, but it will be diet, it will be exercise, it will be all that kind of stuff, but not in a boring way, and not in a regimented way, and not in a you have to do this way. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be easy and not stressful for everyone, and the results are just there. So it's in the pipeline. Don't know how long it's going to take me to get there, but we're going to give it a go.
You can do it. Look how far you've come already. You can definitely do it.
I know. It's definitely been an exciting journey. I'm loving every second of it.
And exciting times ahead by the sounds of things as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Definitely. So if anybody would like to find out more, whereabouts can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram, or they can find me on Facebook, and my website, which is, www.goddess-aesthetics.co.uk.
Fantastic. Well, Jo, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you, and so educational as well. And I'm going to be looking into this Lipofirm.
Come down and have a treatment with me, and then you can go back and discuss it yourself.
Yes, I'll be like, oh, do you know what? It really does work.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
the door's open next time.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you for coming on, and I wish you all the best with the next exciting chapter.
Lovely. Thank
And I'll put all of the details in the show notes so people can have a look and find out more.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, take care.
And you. Bye.